Hello, this is Shan Chandrasekhar welcoming you to another delightful part of our programming. As part of our tribute to Indian cinema, we featured the finest of motion picture artists, producers, directors, music directors, and playback singers. We would not be doing justice if we do not feature an outstanding artist from the Indian subcontinent who is extremely well known around the world. One of the finest singers, I should say, and he's made a great contribution. He's not only a singer, he's a lyricist, he's also a music director. He's composed music score for feature films as well. We are delighted to present Kailash Kher.
जब ढोल बजे और खेत सजे अंगड़ाई लेके सुबह जगे के अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे अल्लाह के बंदे कहाँ मेरे निशान
Kailash ji, welcome to Toronto. What a great pleasure to have you in our studio.
Thank you so much. I was also very excited and enthusiastic to see you personally, because the kind of experience, the kind of way you have observed our music, Kailash's music, I was so much looking forward to seeing you. So it's my privilege as well to be here.
It's such an honor. So let's just go back. I mean, everybody knows you as a great rock singer, a pop singer, Bollywood singer, Sufi singer. Among all these, you had your roots in music right from your childhood. So tell me about your parents, because you were born in Meerut in Uttar Pradesh.
Yes,
so tell me about just the early days of your life.
I was born in Meerut, in a small village. It's the outskirts of Delhi. And then when I was 5 years, my father shifted to Delhi. So I grew up all my life, all my childhood, all my formative years. I grew up in Delhi. I'm a Delhiite now.
Right.
So there is no professional musicians in our family, nobody. But my father used to read and recite poetry of Kabir and Gorakhnath, Baba Guru Nanak. So those poetry had some kind of mysticism in it. And that's where a small child, I was around 5, 6 at that time, when I used to get fascinated towards this kind of poetry and this kind of style, like पाँच बरस की मीरा लाडली हो सखियों में खेलन जाहरी सुन राणा बाई खेले तो पायर मीरा कांगड़ा हो जी.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So these kind of singing I used to do. So people used to get surprised that, wow, man, this child has something very unique in it. So it's not about singing alone, it's about what he is singing. So that's where, to me, self-motivation, you can say, enhancement of your own inner core, you can say, that happened, and slowly, that became my passion. And then passion became my profession. And now profession is my life.
Fantastic. You have won so many awards. My God, you won the Filmfare Awards, you won the Music Awards, several awards, one after the other. You won awards for your film music, you won awards for your private solo albums, and you won awards for title tracks. Yes. There's nothing that you have not won. Allah Ke Bande was one of the finest pieces. Just do the opening line for me.
अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे अल्लाह के बंदे
अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे जो भी हो कल फिर आएगा.
What a beautiful voice. From there on, let's go to the Filmfare Best Singer from the movie Fana. You had a beautiful song in that movie, and that was a very big hit movie. So tell me about that.
In this song, I just sang one word.
Okay.
And one word can, this is what miracle is.
Right.
Miracle is when destiny gives you surprise after surprise after surprise.
Sure.
So, so many people in our industry,
right,
they make so much of effort sometimes, but maybe, sometimes they don't get what they desire for.
Right.
But here, me, I never expected any award or I never expected any film songs also. So I am, by chance, I'm, singing for films, doing so many things, singing for TV shows and TV commercials and singing for title tracks for serials. Now, one fine day, I sang, among many songs, I sang this song. So, Daman Sood, one of the very senior recording engineer and a very respected, sound engineering professor he is also, because he is running his own institution also.
Right.
So, he was at Yashraj studio and I was few years old by then in the industry.
Right.
So, he called me and I happened to go to Yashraj studio. They heard my voice, already they heard, because I had sung few songs by then.
Right.
And I was little known by then.
Sure,
in
sure.
2004, 3, like that, Allah Ke Bande, Mangal Pandey, those songs already came.
Right.
So this one, they heard my voice. So Damanji kept two mics, one here, like this distance, and one this distance. So first time he used two mics for one simple voice and one only for one word.
Wow.
Not only line. There is no line. There is no song. Only one word.
Brilliant.
And that word is Subhanallah, 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 Subhanallah.
Wow.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
My God.
So on that particular word I sang and they recorded. I forgot as usual, and then after few months that song happened to be a film song, that too from Fana movie, from Yashraj banner, and that one particular word, fetched me Filmfare Award.
Then it wasn't too long before you received the GMA Award for your solo album.
Yes.
That was another very exciting moment, because GMA Award is a very prestigious award in the music industry.
Yes. So one after the other, actually, now you will be surprised. When you are telling me, I am recollecting, oh yeah, even that award also I have got.
Of course, yeah.
I might not be remembering also so many awards.
Right.
We have one office which is, in Mumbai 7 Bungalow.
Right.
So, in one of the sitting room,
Yeah.
The awards are kept there. So many awards are there that there is no space now.
That
or
is
more than 100 awards, so it must be there.
Well, that is fantastic. You even won the Telugu Filmfare Award for a Telugu song that you had sung as well.
Mirchi, yeah.
This dexterity of yours, that you are able to sing in any language, and so they say the word spashtam, perfect, in other words, in Sanskrit. That means you can sing in Hindi, you can sing in Punjabi, you can sing Urdu, perfect pronunciation of Urdu words, perfect pronunciation of Telugu, Tamil, Bengali, my God, every language.
Marathi, Gujarati, Nepali, Bhojpuri, Punjabi.
My God. In fact, Nepali, you became the Nepal's ambassador.
Yeah.
You were the goodwill ambassador for Nepal.
Nepal tourism.
For
Yeah.
tourism. That,
Yes.
again, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
These are not ordinary artists, cannot do these kind of things. So you've gone beyond just one aspect of music.
Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi sir has nominated me as one of his Navratno mein se ek.
For the Clean India movement.
Yeah.
You've been very
Swachh
active
Bharat
even
campaign,
before.
Yes.
Even before Modi was involved in that as
Correct,
Gujarat
yes.
Chief Minister,
Yeah.
you were already doing that.
Yeah, so I shared that I was already, getting into it. So he was smiling and he was happy to see.
In the feature film industry, every song that you sang, almost all of them are hits. And they've been played over and over all over the world in all the radio stations. And one of the top movies recently is Houseful 3, which had 3 heroes, 3 heroines, 6 music directors, and 1 top singer. And you had this great song there. So tell me about this film.
To be very honest, I haven't got chance to see movies.
I see.
You know, many movies I have sung for.
Right.
I don't get chance to see them.
Fake ishq.
Yeah. In fact, before this, I sang in Bahubali.
Yes, of course.
So I have been lucky and privileged that I saw Bahubali's first day, first show in my life. That is the only history of my life.
Fantastic.
First day, first show is
that the
Bahubali.
Shiv Tandav that?
Yes.
Oh, what a job you did.
भागीरथी तेरी तरफ शिव जी चले देख जरा
Brilliant.
Fake ishq also happened. So I was surprised that, wow, this kind of song and what kind of movie it is, this, that. But then when we came to know this is Houseful 3. So Houseful 3's entire like heroes also our neighbor. Akshay Kumar is our neighbor, and you know, we keep bumping into each other in some of the other events. So it is beautiful feeling.
इमोशन के जो तार हिल गए
And before this, when last year we had a show tour in America, so before that also I sang one song. That was also Akshay Kumar's movie, Oh My God. And then they made in Telugu also, you know,
The dubbing of that.
dubbing of that.
Right.
So, Oh My God song also I sang.
Dam Laha Ke Aisha
Yeah.
was another hit movie, and the song of yours was a
Yes.
top song.
Yeah.
Do you
So Dam Laga Ke Haisha and Bahubali,
Yeah.
they both got national award.
Right,
So,
right.
so congratulations, because you people also are very much into music. You come from a music and film industries. You are tycoons. You are pioneers actually. So the credit goes to you people definitely. And
Thank you. Very kind
I
of you.
sang this song for Anu Malik, and again Yash Raj's movie. So it is so beautiful that they remember me and they like my voice.
I've had the pleasure of having Anu Malik here in the studio. I've also had the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Yash Chopra. I want you to listen to what Anu told me about his composition. Just take a look at this.
I always say that, you know, the actors sweat in the hot sun to give a shot, but it's a composer who sweats in an AC room because he's sweating mentally, trying to come out with a tune, you know, or a lyric writer who's with you, trying to come out with that one word that could change the fortunes of not only the composer or the lyric or the producer director, but when the country watches and hears the song, you know, India still sways to only one thing, a great number.
We'll come to a Tamil film right now, Un Samayal.
Yeah.
And that was Ilayaraja's.
Yeah.
Now, I've had Ilayaraja here in the studio with us
Wow.
today.
In
and
the Porapta Nalla Ruchi Satha.
I have a little surprise for you. I've got a little recording session where Ilayaraja and you are interacting with each other with the musician while he's doing the composition. I want you to watch this. It'll give you a pleasant memory. Watch this.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah. I want to take you on to another language now. Your pronunciation is beautiful in Arundhati because you had a beautiful song there.
यंत दीक्षा पूनी नावम्मा गुंडेलो
Where did you acquire this skill where you were able to sing so many? Because India is such a diverse country. 17 officially recognized languages, 563 dialects, over 1 billion population, and you are able to get through to all of them.
You know, my training is, I think, very, very tough. And as they say, when, you know, going gets tough, tough gets going too.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are made out of, you know, trouble and hardships, then definitely, you know, you shine more.
Right.
Like how any metal, if you give them more scratch and more, you know, rubbing, then definitely it shines more. It goes with the life in the same way.
Absolutely.
You know, in my formative years, I had seen so much of hardships. Why? Because I was adamant child. And in Delhi, there were not much of a opportunity for getting into music as such. So, and I was adamant. I told my parents that no, I want to be musician For that, I can't live in house because in the house you can't concentrate on your riyaz and practice.
Right.
Whereas you have to have a
Disciplined
isolated
place, yeah.
isolated place and your own style of
And privacy,
living and
yeah.
privacy. So because of which so much of fights happened and all, and they didn't listen to me, and I was 13 years old at that time, because of which I left home with so much of like adamant attitude and with so much of ego, that okay, now I will only return home if I will become something, otherwise, because as parent, in the little bit of anger, how they say that don't show me your face again if
Right.
you are going like this.
Right.
So I took it literally and I took it seriously, but then I happened to go through so much of tough at that time.
Right.
Because of my training, I learned street smartness.
Wow.
Because of which I am now able to pick up any language fast.
Brilliant.
And simultaneously I studied Sanskrit till my graduation.
Wow.
So because of which also helped picking up all the languages and nuances of those pronunciation.
Brilliant.
Nicely. So whether it is any language, I listen to them and watch them also how they are telling me.
Excellent.
What word should come like how.
Beautiful.
And then I practice a little and then I slang.
One of the things in the film industry that's become a pattern now is that in the old days where the hero actually had to sing or do lip sync, but now I had the pleasure of interviewing Randeep Hooda here. And he was talking in the film Rang Rasiya. You've done a beautiful song, in which it's portrayed where he's featured, but he doesn't have to actually do the lip sync, but he appreciated the music.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember that song from Rang
Yes,
Rasiya? I had the pleasure of having Salim Sulaiman in the studio, and they are fantastic music directors. They're great composers. You did a beautiful job with them in the studio. I remember the days of Coke Studio.
Yes, sir.
I remember the days where you both worked together. And Bismillah was one of the finest songs, the compositions. You did the entire core of singing on that.
Yes, sir.
Your feeling was just superb. Now that to me, so symbolic in Sufism and Sufi music.
Sir.
Tell me about that experience of yours.
Salim Sulaiman are, friends of mine since my beginning days in Mumbai, sir.
Wonderful.
So because of them, so many jingles I sang and I used to know them, they used to know me, but we never spoke that I also sing, and they came to know that, oh, I'm a singer too. So once they were working with Ustad Sultan Khan Sahab, and that time they were working on some album. So there were some lines which they could not complete. So there I jumped.
Wow.
And all of a sudden I hummed and said. So then they looked at me, oh, you can sing?
Wow.
You can sing also? And you are writing also this line?
Wow.
Wow, man, why don't you? So they found my voice interesting. And by then they heard that few jingles I had already sung. So they could not believe that you are already professionally singing and you are not revealing that. So then that became a big surprise for them. Since then we have worked so many movies. We have worked in Baz. That was a first film song I sang, little bit with Sunidhi Chauhan. That was the first film song where my name came on CDs. Sunidhi Chauhan, Koma Kailash Kher.
Oh.
So I was thrilled. Wow, man, I'm singing film song now. So Baz, Andaz, and then Allah Ke Bande happened.
Right.
Then Salim Sulaiman, we have done so much work with. And once we were jamming on something and this song came about. So these two lines in the beginning happened.
Right.
So we were sitting there and it all, Salim gave me one chord and started some humming.
Yeah.
And then I started this.
Tell me about this riyaz. For you to get this, how many hours do you do riyaz, and when do you get a chance to do that?
Actually, to be very honest, Shan sir, I don't do riyaz.
I see.
But I cannot say this openly and make it as a proud thing.
No, I understand.
Because we have to riyaz, we have to do practice.
Right.
Because without practice, you cannot perfect things.
Right.
But with me, because either awal to, I didn't get any break, any, beginning or any start. Or when I started, when God gave me the brake or accelerator both, since then, every moment of my life is riyaz.
Oh.
So I don't need to sit like this and do riyaz anymore.
Fantastic.
Because I haven't got chance to even sleep for last 10 years.
Yeah, I know. How many recordings? Because you're going from one recording to the other.
Yeah,
because there's
so
much
recording, interviews, concerts.
1,000 concerts you have done, I believe.
Yes.
Hearty congratulations to you.
Yes, thank you, sir.
That is an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah.
We're doing a television special with one of the outstanding singers from the Indian subcontinent who is extremely popular all over the world. He actually did the title track for Bombay Talkies. Take a look at this. You have tremendous number of fans in the Tamil community because you are extremely popular with your music, with your voice. You've done some beautiful songs, and one of them was Abiyum Nanum. In that, Ore Oru Urile, Ore Oru Ayya.
So this is music director Vidya Sagar ji.
Vidya Sagar, yes.
And I am privileged. I'm actually one of the few privileged and honored singers that in the beginning of my career, I have been fortunate enough to be part of these legendary composers team.
Absolutely.
Ilaiya Raja sir, A.R. Rahman,
Haris
Jairaj, Shri Koti, Hamsulekha, and M.M. Kirwani.
Right. In the film Bhima, I think it's Rangu Rangamma. And you also did a fabulous song for the superstar of Southern India, of All India fame, I should say, is none other than Rajinikanth.
Wow.
Kuselan. You did the song for him, Peranbu Pechikaran.
Sir.
And then Veyilodu Veyiladi is from the movie Veyil.
Yes, sir. Veyil was Prakash.
Right. Folk song. It was a folk song.
Yeah, it was a folk song.
And then you did a movie Maja, Podumada Sami.
Yeah.
Another good friend of yours who's also been in the studio, and I've interviewed him. He spoke very highly of you to me, by the way, is both Vishal and Shekhar.
Wow.
Vishal Dadlani and Shekhar Ravjiani. You've done songs with them in the past as well.
Yes.
Zinda was one of them.
Yeah, Zinda and Allah Ke Bande was there.
Allah Ke Bande as well.
It was written by Vishal Dadlani.
Right.
And composed by Vishal and Shekhar.
What was it like working with Vishal and Shekhar?
See, this is our generation's lot of musicians and music composers.
Right.
And we are really happy and excited that in our era, at least talented musicians and talented bunch of music composers came, So we are privileged.
People don't know that in addition to you as a great singer, you're also a lyricist. But in addition to that, you've acted in several movies. You've acted in Mangal Pandey, you've appeared in Corporate, you've appeared in Azan and a couple of other movies. Yeah. So tell me about you as an actor.
I would not say that as an actor, but yeah,
you've done some roles.
They use the singer for their own songs, and that happened in Allah Ke Bande, Corporate movie, O Sikandar,
as well as Kurukshetra. These are all movies that you actually did music as well.
Dasvidanya.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about your role as the music director. Did you like composing music as much as singing?
You know how you like eggs or murgi or a hen. So it's like both.
Right.
So in a way, you produce songs. The songs becomes big. Becomes popular amongst your fans.
Absolutely.
And then you perform them live. So you write, you compose, and you sing. So it's like singing for movies, singing for non-films, albums. Composing music and singing on stage are part of each other's. Like if you ask that this hand you like or this hand.
Ah, yeah,
I
yeah.
like both hands.
Oh, wonderful.
सारे शहर की जगमग के भीतर है अंधेरा.
Your albums have all been so successful. One after the other, your albums were hits, okay?
Sir.
And your music videos were fantastic. They were beautifully done. You took the trouble. Your music composition was great.
Sir.
Your singing was fantastic. And the albums were well shot. Jumore was a classic example because that won the Critical Acclaim Award as well. So tell me about that production.
See, in 10 years of a span of Kailasa,
Right.
we have produced 5 albums. First was Kailasa,
Right.
second was Jhumore,
Yeah.
third was Chandan Mein, fourth was Rangile, and fifth is called Ishq Anokha.
Wow.
Ishq Anokha means love unparalleled.
Wow.
Love unique.
Right.
So Ishq Anokha is our 5th album, and one after the other, our albums have become popular amongst every music lover
Absolutely.
around globe. This Ishq Anokha album, our video is Nawazuddin Siddiqui and one Miss India, who's also heroine of Raman Raghav.
Oh, wow.
The
I see.
latest movie of Anurag Kashyap's.
Oh, I see.
So they are featuring in our video.
ये तू नदिया मदमाती तू हवा बन इठलाती.
You are an expert in folk tradition. You are also an expert in Sufism.
Sir.
You have combined the two together in delivering and you made it popular in Bollywood music. Tell me about this concept.
Because I come from this unknown world and unseen world or unheard world, so unsung heroes world. So I wanted to, explore this only because I had no big expectation.
Yeah.
I knew this and I didn't even know that it should be popular or unpopular, but I knew only this.
Yeah.
So I used to sing this kind of stuff. I used to, incorporate words which are less used.
Wow.
Because slowly, how it happens, in the West, you express love in one form called LOVE, love. You express the love to your dogs also. Oh, I love you.
Yeah.
To your mom also.
Sure,
Mom,
yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
There is no other expression, other word, other vocabulary, other dictionary.
Interesting.
India, there are 300 plus languages which are practiced, in speaking, in writing.
Brilliant.
So so many beautiful, syllables are there. You can express things like million way.
Right.
And you can make exclusive love quotes from you.
Right.
So if you have those kind of treasure,
Right.
then definitely you should celebrate. You shouldn't, keep them in the museum.
Brilliant.
Otherwise, how our generation would come to know? That's why my passion was to create new words, to use old but decayed words.
Right.
Like how our Rangile title.
हाँ रंगीले ओक से तो पीले जरा.
So many people used to think oak is what? So they used to think oak wood. No, oak is this.
Oh, wow.
Why oak se to pile? Because जब आप oak से पीते हैं, when you drink from these kind of joint posture of hands, so your hoठ, your lips also gets touched and they also bhigofy.
Oh.
They get wet. They get touched.
Oh, yeah.
What is happening? You meet people, but you don't get touch. Can you believe this? That today's world is miraculous world.
Wow.
We live together.
Yeah.
We procreate also.
Wow.
But we don't get touch. Without touching each other, surrogacy is happening.
Another friend of yours, Shankar Ehsan Loy. Shankar Mahadevan has been in the studio here with me more than once.
Yeah.
And he had very nice things to say about you. You sang in Karthik Kalin Karthik, Deepika Padukone's movie, and your voice was beautiful in that soft song.
Yeah.
That was a very melodious song.
Yes.
So tell me about your work with Shankar Mahadevan.
We have done so many songs. We have done.
रब्बा दे दे कोई जान भी अगर.
After this, it was Shankar Mahadevan who used my voice, my range in the bass, in the low,
Low octave.
Low octave.
Right.
Before this, everyone was trying to see the, how much is the range and maximize
Right,
it.
right.
So all those things. So Karthik Calling Karthik has another soothing, very soft, very, like love ballad kind of songs.
Romantic song.
Romantic songs. But it is like a pathos, little pathos in the song.
कैसी है ये उदासी छाई.
So those mere dil and those style of how to express those things,
That they
became so so emotional, so real.
Right.
So people loved this kind of
these
style.
gamaks that you are able to do, obviously you could never do it if you did not have a background in classical music. Because I heard that when you were a child, when you were young, you were really fascinated by Kumar Gandharv
Ji, sir.
and Hridayanath Mangeshkar,
sir.
Pandit Bhimsen Joshi,
Sahib,
and of course the great late Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan.
Sir.
These were all your role models.
Sir, I used to listen to them a lot in my formative years, in my teenage.
Right.
And that's where I learned that music is what? Music is not just what we are listening from movies only.
Right.
Apart from movies, there are so many depth in our classical music, folk music.
Right.
And these are the stalwarts, legends of those forms of music.
Right, absolutely.
So,
now another good friend of yours, who is a very good friend of ours, also is A.R. Rahman. I've got a lot of respect for him. A.R. is known to me for a long time.
Yes.
He has been to our studio more than once, and we've done several specials and interviews with him. And A.R. spoke about a number of movies. You worked with him in Mangal Pandey, you worked on other movies as well.
Dil ne jise apna kaha.
Yeah, but you also did a Hollywood movie with him, a couples retreat, where you did it was almost like a flamenco Hispanic number, in which you did that piece there, and that had international potential for you,
Yes.
So you mixed a bit of Indian music fusion with Spanish music. So then, we also have Delhi 6.
Yeah.
But again, that was a big hit for you. What was it like, working with Rahman?
With Rahman, it is actually working with, like one saint, and you love him, you love his persona and his sensibilities of music. Because music, through him, when you see, when you observe, you don't see music just for the part of entertainment. There is a element of enlightenment also.
Yeah.
So that's what the connection with me is.
Yeah.
So with him, I have done more than 7 years. I have been singing with him.
May God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Give you lots of energy and courage, and and keep on doing the great work you're doing.
You are doing wonderful, and I really, really pray to God that you keep doing this. So I pray to Almighty God that, God, this is such a madness, and madness is not gifted to everyone and anyone. So let's keep this fire going.
I wish you all the best, and it's such an honor to have you in the show with us.
Great, sir. Thank you, sir.